you thinking about moving to Leesburg, Virginia? Well, whether you're already in the city or Northern Virginia, Leesburg has a lot to offer, but it's not for everybody. I'm Diana Geremia. I'm a local real estate agent. I've been an agent for 17 years and I've lived in Loudoun County for over 25 years. So I'm going to go over the pros and cons of living in Leesburg, Virginia. Number one pro is the small town charm combined with the modern conveniences. Leesburg was the site of the Battle of Ball's Bluff from 1861. There's a lot of Civil War history here in the town. At the time, it was a population of just 1,700, and it has now grown to 49,000. It is located just off the Potomac River, which then divided the United States from the Confederate States of America. So you're going to find cobblestone streets, and now you fast forward to 2025, and there's just a lot of Civil War landmarks and historic character that remain. But you also get all these great dining experiences and the historic tone and vibe of the downtown. So there's great things like the Oyster Bar, and there's Lightfoot, and then there's Tuskie's and South Street. Lots of places to dine and enjoy, as well as great schools here in Loudoun County. Number two pro is proximity to Washington, D.C. You're just 40 miles from D.C. living in Leesburg, Virginia, so you have access to easy commute routes like Route 7 and 28, and then to the toll road. Or else you could just take the metro, which ends at Ashburn, which is also super close. You're close to Dulles International Airport, so it's easy to get to places and from places easily in Leesburg. People love the distance and the short commute when they live here. Number three pro of living in Leesburg would be the gorgeous scenery and the outdoor lifestyle. From hiking at Red Rock Wilderness to kayaking on the Potomac or biking the WO&D Trail, Leesburg is a dream if you love the outdoors. Morven Park, the nearby Balls Bluff Park, Russ Nature Sanctuary, and Idley Rec Center. And more recently, Loudoun has grown to be known as Virginia's wine country and brewery destination. Weekends can be scenic wine tasting and breweries with fabulous views and lots of dining options. Leesburg is evolving and growing, like this new 39-room hotel called the Berg going up right behind me, which is going to be a new accent piece here right on King Street in downtown Leesburg. Number four pro of living in Leesburg, Virginia is a strong sense of community. Leesburg has a lot of events like the Flower and Garden Festival each year that they host. In addition to that, every month they have the first Friday of the month where all the stores and shops stay open a little later, and they have local musicians that feature their talents, and it's a great time to come out. In addition to that, they have a lot of parades. There's one on Halloween, 4th of July, and then a Christmas parade every year, so you can get out and engage with other people at those events. Also, there's Idley Rec Center, which offers tons and tons of different classes and recreation indoor and outdoor. So it is a close-knit community here in Leesburg with great vibes. Pro number five for living in Leesburg, Virginia, and Loudoun County in general are the amazing schools. Families move here because of the high-rated schools. They're some of the best in the state. There's the STEM programs, and then there's the Academy of Science, and there's the Monroe technical programs. Lots to offer kids in the way of extreme development, whatever their passion. So number one con of living in Leesburg is going to be traffic and congestion. This is Route 15 going north in the afternoon from Leesburg is going to get heavily congested, and then going 7 west through Leesburg also another time in the afternoon is going to get super congested. But it's still a lot better than DC traffic, and so relatively we deal with it. Con number two of living in Leesburg, Virginia is rising housing costs. In the last few years, they've definitely gone up even exponentially in the Leesburg area, but it's still cheaper than DC. And so a lot of people still will move here from parts east or relocate from out of the area because relatively the housing is still affordable here in Leesburg, Virginia. If you're looking for a house with land though, you might want to be thinking about going to the western parts of Loudoun County where it can be a little more affordable to get a bigger parcel. Number three con of living in Leesburg is going to be limited late night life. If you're used to the hustle and bustle of a city like DC, you're going to notice Leesburg goes to sleep and shuts down around 10 p.m. for the most part, with the exception of like IHOP. Everything else is very limited in late night life, so get your time in while it's early in the day. Number four con of living in Leesburg is that it is crowded on weekends. We get everybody from the DC area that wants to come out to the country to enjoy the quiet life out here, and that means that things on King Street and main areas of downtown Leesburg are going to get really crowded, as well as Stone Tower Winery and all the big breweries they're going to have a lot of influx of people on the weekends. So you really want to take advantage of the smaller spots in the less well-known areas on the weekends so that you don't get congested and impatient with people coming here to enjoy what Leesburg has to offer on the weekends. Number 5 con would be growing pains. Leesburg is evolving fast, and with that comes construction of buildings and things like what you see behind me, new data centers and loss of green space, and a little bit of reduction in amenities as we try and catch up with the growth that is happening. No place is perfect, but I think Leesburg is pretty special. So if you're curious to learn more about it, reach out and connect. I'd be happy to show you around and see if it's a fit for your lifestyle.